my player card is Ham Ham Fan.
Nice.
And my message is in Japanese, because of course it is. What does it say? I assume that's song lyrics, but I don't know what it's the lyrics to.
Hello everyone. Impromptu stream, so give me a minute to get everything settled. Is the title supposed to be what?
Oh, it's lyrics to Skeleton Life.
Hmm.
How many songs did I play this game?
Is the title not updated? Hang on. No, the title is updated for me. If it says Halloween party stream, refresh. Yeah, just if it says Halloween party stream, just refresh. Cause I literally just changed the title like 10 minutes ago. So listen, I can't control when YouTube is a piece of garbage. You're my fave animator. Am I an animator? I don't know if I am. I don't think I would consider myself an animator. Anyway, I guess I'll get started with whatever we're doing today. I just felt like doing something random today. Just out of nowhere. Let me just readjust the microphone here. Okay. Let me change the screen to this. I'll start the recording here. I'll do a little clap to sync it up. Okay, that should be enough. Anyway, hi. This is a video that I am doing completely out of nowhere. I just came up with this idea at random because I've been watching The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog just casually, because sometimes you just need stupid television to numb your brain. And, you know, Sonic Sez is a very infamous thing that's from The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And there's a lot of them, actually. There's over 60 episodes of Sonic Sez, specifically. So I'm going to rank all of them. A handful of people have been wanting me to do one of these tier list things. And for a while I didn't really have an idea on what exactly I'd rank. But this seems appropriate. So, yeah. What Courtney has taught us, stupid television numbs the brain. It's just, sometimes you need to sit down and watch something dumb and just let your brain rot because you are thinking about things too hard. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to play each episode of Sonic Sez. I have the full collection. there are also a few wild cards thrown into the collection. So in total, I have 68 Sonic Sez segments and Sonic Sezments. Sonic Sez segments says.
Sonic Sex.
No! And I'm going to play each episode on that little TV that you see in the corner. If you small children that are for some reason watching YouTube do not know, that's what TVs used to look like. Wow. Ooh, ah. No, you are not allowed to RP. Don't RP in my chat. You will be banned. Courtney says, yes, you're right. Courtney says isn't on the tier list because that's me, and that wouldn't be fair. Anyway, so we're gonna start with the basic episodes of Sonic Sez from the show, and then we'll throw in the random wild cards at the end, just to spice things up a little bit. So, let's watch episode 1 of Sonic Sez. Hopefully this isn't too loud.
We're surrounded, Sonic. Call 911.
No way, Tails. This is nothing. 911 is for real emergencies. If we call 911 for assistance, someone who really needed help would be in trouble. If there's a fire or someone's trying to break into your home or somebody's been hurt, that's when you call 911. One person's dumb joke could be another person's disaster.
Okay, so that was 911. Sonic says to call 911 for real emergencies. I don't know how I feel about this one specifically, because it starts out with Sonic and Tails getting attacked, and Tails is like, call 911, and Sonic's like, no way, we can handle it. Like, I don't know if that's a good message for children, that, like, if you're surrounded by some bad guys, don't call 911. Because if you're surrounded by bad guys, don't call 911, because you can totally take them. If Sonic can, so can you. Only call 911 for real emergencies. Anyway, Hunterix donated $1.99, and they said, that's no good. We'll get to that one. That one's actually pretty early on in the show, surprisingly. So yeah, what's the number for 911 again? Also, if people that are watching that don't know what 911 is, they're probably, those are the people that live in other countries where 911 isn't the number for the police. But that's, the 911 is the emergency number for, like, you know, if you're being robbed.
I think most people, even in other countries, would know that because Americanization spreads very far.
I guess that's true. So, 911, how would we rank this one? I'd say I'm going to rank these based on, like, entertainment value, how good the lesson is, and that's about it. Entertainment value and how good the lesson is. Entertainment value, it's pretty standard Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic beats the bad guys kind of thing. But educational value, it's a little confusing, again, because Sonic's like, no, we don't need to call 911 when we're being attacked. Only call 911 if somebody's house is on fire. So I'm going to...
ACAB.
Also ACAB, yeah, you're right. Everybody's giving me their, I'm gonna say this one's pretty D tier. 'Cause, like, it's still, like, entertaining, but the message is pretty bad. All right, we got the first one in D tier. This is a good start. Sonic, we're being attacked. Nah, it's good. Okay, let's watch the next one.
Hey, Tails, got an extra dog?
Sorry, this is
Is
all
that
I
a mustache or is that
Got some
his
extra chili?
teeth?
Sorry, kid. This here's all I got.
It's a mustache.
Hey, if we share, why we could turn those plain old hot dogs into 3 mouth-watering, taste-bud-tantalizing chili dogs. See, guys, when you share, everybody's happy.
Wink. Okay, so that one was about sharing. And it's a decent message, I guess. It's just, hey, if you share your food with each other, you could, do a cool thing and make chili dogs, I guess. It's pretty basic. It's not a bad message, but...
Why did it used to be TV's job to teach these messages?
Actually, it's an interesting point. It's because parents complained that children's television was too violent, so they started throwing in morality lessons to be like, the children are learning, we promise. Even though Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is not the best for your brain. It's very nonsensical. So this is getting a C tier. C for chili dogs. C for chili dogs, because they made chili dogs.
Will you get mad at me if I eat all the Reese's again?
If you want to eat all the Reese's, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Save me one.
Or
One Reese's. Thank you. I will keep that right here. C for crap. No, it wasn't crap. It was just mediocre. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. The next one is the That's No Good one. I'm telling you, it's pretty early in the series, surprisingly, for a message like this.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good. It's your body. No one has the right to touch you if you don't want them to. So what do? First, you say no. Then, you get out of there. Most important, you gotta tell someone you trust. Like your parents, your teacher, a police officer.
No, ACAB. No Sonic ACAB. Anyway, that was the one about sexual harassment. I can quote that one verbatim, so just because of the YouTube poops. Yep, everyone's saying that's no good. Yeah, there. Yep, just keep coming. Everyone's saying S tier. Yeah, I probably put this in S tier just for the memeability of it, but also it's a pretty good message. I don't think many cartoons at the time were I don't think many cartoons at the time were talking about sexual harassment, especially not in the most blunt way possible like this. And thank you for the $1.99 Hunter X. Hey, don't touch me there. This is my no square. What I like about it, see, like, people say that this is really bad because Sonic's talking about sexual harassment, but no, that's not a problem, though, because it's a good lesson. And it's handled in a way that's a lot more mature than what you'd expect out of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Because it could have been worse. They could have had Scratching Ground or, like touching Tails. Like, no. No. So I'm putting this in S tier for a good moral, and also it's just really, really good. Oh no, my thing is misaligned now. Hang on, I'll fix it. I had to put this in Clip Studio Paint for me to easily move everything. But okay, here we go. It's all fixed now. I'm putting this in S tier because it's a good moral and it's handled very well, and also it's a very classic Sonic Sez. The production quality. Yeah, the production quality. Oh no, the magic is ruined! Okay, next one.
Sonic, they're so slow.
Everyone has something special to offer.
You are standing in quicksand.
Quicksand? Yikes!
Don't panic. Move slowly and you'll be okay.
Even you can learn something from a sloth.
So that one's stupid. The moral on that one is super confusing. I'm not sure what the moral is. Because let me think about this. Because, Tails learns about quicksand from a sloth after he was like, Sonic, they're so slow! And Sonic's like, you can learn something from a sloth. Like, what does that mean? Is it like the Sonic the Hedgehog way of saying, like, mentally challenged? I'm not quite sure what the moral is. Yeah, this is totally an F tier because it's super confusing. Also, it's really awkward to, like, watch Tails slowly, like, move around in quicksand. I feel like that's a fetish, and that makes it immediately an F tier, Sonic Sez, for sure. It's a bad one. It ain't good.
Najin,
Yes.
may I bother you for a moment for your Hamtaro knowledge?
What do you need?
What's the difference between the two basketball Game & Watches? Like, what's the point?
There isn't really a difference.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Do I get anything for it?
I don't know.
I don't think I ever did.
Me neither.
The fuck?
Anyway, let's move on to... Ain't good, Chief. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
Race you across. Ready, set.
Wait, did you feel that? There's a train coming!
Come on, you big coward, go!
I call it a tie. But I'd hate to see any of my friends wiped out over some dumb dead.
Why is one of his
Play it
friends
safe.
himself?
Use your head. Don't end up dead.
Don't end up dead. Use your head. Okay. Some of these are pretty dark. Okay, so the moral is don't play on railroad tracks, which is a good lesson. I guess I'll put it in B tier. It was pretty interesting. Maybe C tier. I don't know. D for dead. But it's also when Sonic pulled out his like wallet full of people's pictures, one of them was just himself. So I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know, that tracks.
I guess that tracks. I'm gonna put this in B tier. I'm gonna put that in B tier. Because it's a good lesson, and it clearly shows you why playing on the railroad tracks is bad. F for press F to pay respects. Alright, next one.
Hold it, little buddy. Art is way past cool tales, but don't use a building for a canvas, because that's graffiti.
Well, let's see it.
Now that's
What is that?
I'm waiting. Now that's way past art.
Now that's way past art. The moral was don't graffiti on the building. I'm not sure what happened when Sonic like sped past the building. I think he like fixed the graffiti by like splashing paint on the wall. It was really confusing. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know what Sonic drew, what he painted. It was either a toe or a thumb. But it's really weird. And I don't know why Tails made the chili green on his chili dog picture. Maybe it's like pop art.
Or maybe he's 8.
Or maybe he's 8, yeah. I'm gonna put graffiti in B tier. B for buildings to not put graffiti on. It's relish? No. You don't put relish on a chili dog. Unless it was just a regular hot dog. But that's really confusing, because Sonic's all about chili dogs, not just hot dogs in general. B for beautiful art. It was a cheese dog and the cheese is moldy. Ew. Graffiti is cool when done with permission. Yeah. There's some really cool building art that like people commission professional painters to do, and that's cool. But you know, you shouldn't like graffiti a building just because you're bored. I've seen some really, really dumb graffiti on the walls. That's just people putting curse words on the wall.
There's an overpass near our house where somebody recently just wrote the word Dune like 5 times, and I don't know why.
Weird. There was one time, somebody graffitied on the wall of like a wall that was just built for this giant like housing district, and the walls were like the borders for that. And then they painted over it. And then they re-graffitied the word sorry over the paint. In a little frowny face. It was funny. It was stupid, but it was also funny. But anyway, don't graffiti. Anyway, next one.
I'm lost. I gotta find a phone fast. Operator, I want to call home. The number? Got it! Thanks, Sonic. Okay, that's area code.
You can't call home unless you know your area code and phone number by heart. Memorize it now. Don't wait until it's too late.
Okay, so that was knowing your phone number before you get lost or something. That's okay. I don't know why Sonic didn't just take Tails home instead and just gave him his phone number. But that's kind of confusing. My favorite graffiti said fear is the real virus. There was one time somebody in our neighborhood graffitied a Trump 2020 sign that says Trump is the virus. But yeah, this one specifically, I don't understand why Sonic didn't just take Tails home instead of, you know, telling him his phone number. But where would I put it on the list though? Probably C tier. C for call home. I'm gonna do it like that. C tier. Also, one of the very first YouTube poops that I watched was a YouTube poop for that specific Sonic Sez. And it was literally just, operator, I'd like to call home. The number, 2 months later. I don't know why Sonic's all the way down here. It's really confusing.
I want a great-looking tan like that sunfish over there. But I'll never get it sitting under this umbrella.
Patience, Tails. You'll get your tan the right way.
Sunscreen? This'll take all day.
The damage caused by one bad sunburn can last the rest of your life. Getting burnt is bad news. Use sunscreen and don't stay out too long. Your tan may take a little longer, but it's a zillion times safer.
Okay, so that one's about wearing sunscreen, which is a very good lesson. You can still, fun fact, you can still get a suntan if you wear sunscreen. Sunscreen just helps you from not burning. And as a person with very fair skin, I get sunburned by just being outside with normal clothes on. I don't have to be at the beach. I just have to be in direct sunlight and I instantly burn. So, yeah, yeah, the fish was funny too. B for burn. Also, there was a lot of like squash and stretch in that. A lot of if you pause that at any point, you'll find really funny like thumbnails of just Sonic with a million eyes. That's pretty entertaining. I'm gonna put this in the A tier. A for ow. A for I have a sunburn. Sunburn on your neck is the worst. I get sunburn on my shoulders all the time and on the top of my head. It's really annoying. The fish went sicko mode and did not wear sunscreen. Alright, next one.
Phew! That's way stale, guys. Nothing like the fresh smell of the forest to clear out the old gray matter. That's because plants and trees make oxygen in their leaves. And your body needs oxygen. You can't run without it. So if you live in the city, do your lungs a favor. Plant a tree. Now, if only chili dogs grew on trees.
Okay, so that one was about trees and how trees are the best. So a couple things about that one. You can't just randomly plant a tree in the city. You have to have a permit to do that. So you can't, if you live in the city, you can't just go outside and plant a tree just to do it, especially if you don't have a yard. Like, if you have a yard, you could plant whatever trees you want, but that you'd also have to...
Whatever you want.
Not whatever you want, it's just like whatever the HOA allows you to plant. Which is also super annoying. But yeah, trees...
Well, like, some cities and states, like, you can't plant invasive species. There's
Yeah.
some kinds of, like, fruits that you can't plant for, I'm not really sure what reason. You just can't.
Yeah, because it messes with the environment. Yeah, so you gotta be selective about the type of trees you plant, because based on your environment and whether or not a tree is an invasive species and such, some specific fruit trees will damage the soil because they are nutrient hungry. Like almonds almonds are very nutrient hungry and can damage the soil very easily. A tree a day keeps the bad smells away. Sonic is Mr. Beast. Sonic is the Lorax, yeah. But, where would I rank the one about trees? It's okay. Again, you can't just randomly plant a tree if you live in the city, because you need, like, special permission to do that. I'm going with C tier. C for clean air. C for clean air. C for sea trees. Alright, next one.
Boom, boom.
I'll boom boom you muscle-bound ape. What's the big idea?
Boom, boom, gone.
No problem. I'll find him for you. The next time, don't wander off without letting your daddy know where you're gonna be. That goes for you too, pals. Always tell your folks where you're going and when you'll be back. Bad things can happen if you don't.
So that one is about wandering off without telling your parents where you're going. That's okay. I like how Sonic calls the audience pals. That's kind of nice. I like being Sonic's pal.
Fucking nerd.
Leave me alone. C for confusing. A for ape. B for boom boom. So that's I like that Sonic calls me a pal. I'm putting in B tier. B for boom boom. The baby gorilla. C for child endangerment. Oh, the parent didn't endanger the child. The child endangered itself because they wandered off without telling their parents where they're going. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Well, flatten that fleabag fox!
Where'd he go?
Thanks, Sonic.
Music's great, Tails, but you gotta be aware of your surroundings, too.
Huh? What'd you say?
Plus, it ruins your hearing if you play it too loud.
We gotta fix that parking brake.
So that one was about headphones, specifically. Is a decent lesson. If you're out in public, be aware of your surroundings when you're wearing headphones and don't play your music too loud, otherwise it'll damage your hearing.
That sounds like a stupid lesson.
Says the person whose ears are damaged from listening to music very loud.
What's your point?
A for AirPods! Tails, look out. Oh no, he's got AirPods. You know, just for that I'm going to put the headphones in the A tier. It's a good lesson. It's also entertaining to see Scratch and Grounder get steamrolled. S for spatial awareness. I don't know. A for AirPods was pretty good. Next one.
Kids, it's Robo-Dude, the kid's best friend. He cleans up your room and does all your chores while you're out having fun. Don't be a dime, get a dude, Robo-Dude, only $9.98. Plus batteries, cleaning attachments, program chips, remote control, storage unit, dust filter, wax dispenser, and disposable trash bags. That'll be $99.98.
If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably false.
So that one was about scams and infomercials, which is a decent moral. It's good to have Wes Weasley do the scamming. That's pretty appropriate. Robo dude, yeah. There's no R. D for dude, Robo dude. So yeah, it's a decent moral because there's a lot of infomercials that are kind of misleading about the products that are being advertised. This is why a lot of people on YouTube do these like product testing videos for infomercials so that people don't like waste their money. Like Graveyard Girl does the Does This Thing Really Work series. Mike Jevons does the infomercialism series. As for scam. F for false advertising. Also, the thumbnail I chose is Tails spread eagle in his armchair. I don't know why. I just thought this image was pretty funny. I'm going to rank this. I'll give it an A tier because it's pretty good. It's a pretty good lesson. It's pretty entertaining with Robo Dude.
I love reading. Books can take you to faraway lands and exotic places, or show you how to see everyday things in a way cool way. Too bad some people have a problem learning how to read. If you know someone that has trouble reading, tell them to ask a teacher or get help at a local library. All they have to do is ask. I'll tell you, there's worlds of fun in reading.
Sonic Sez reading is cool. And go to your library if you don't know how to read, I guess. B for books. It's a pretty alright. I'm gonna put a B. B for books. You're right. It's a pretty decent moral, but it's not as entertaining as some other ones.
Hiya, kid. We're friends of Sonic. He's been hurt and needs your help.
Sonic's been hurt?
Hold it. You don't even know these guys. It's not safe to get into a car with strangers.
Uh-oh.
Scratch and Grounder? I'm never going anywhere with strangers.
You bet your life, little buddy.
So that one was about stranger danger. This one is fine. I like Grounder's mustache nose glasses. They're pretty funny. This is another one where one of the first YouTube poops that I ever saw was one with this Sonic Sez. It's just like, he's been hurt and he needs your help. Mama Luigi's been hurt. No. I don't know if I'll ever be able to find that one again, but yeah. I'm gonna put this in A tier. The Stranger Danger one is in A tier, for sure. Okay. Next one.
Hey, Tails, what are you doing?
Having lunch, Sonic. Want some?
No thanks, little bud. You know, I love chili dogs, but the old bond needs some fruit and vegetables now and then. Milk and dairy products, too. Not to mention fish and poultry. Don't forget your breads and cereals. You need premium fuel to run your best.
Oh, right.
So that one was about eating healthy. Is a decent moral, I guess. F for food. D for diabetes. D for dairy. It's pretty boring. I'm putting it in D tier. I'm putting in D tier next to call 911. Are you having trouble?
Tennis is harder than I remember. I can't hit the high balls and I don't know why. What am I doing wrong? Ah, son of a bitch! I'm angry about hamster games. Leave me alone. What?
You press B.
You do press. No, because when he hits it high and it's coming back down, I don't know when to hit it to do the smash. It keeps hitting me in the face, and then I lose, and I'm sad.
And play a different game.
Maybe I will.
Okay, next one.
Where you going, coconuts?
I'm running away. Dr. Robotnik doesn't love me.
So you really think it's gonna be better? Out there? You'll have no safe place to go, and no one to oil you and charge your batteries when they get low. You could get into some bad trouble. Why, you could end up in the junkyard. Hey, it may not be perfect, but when you get right down to it, there's no place like home.
So that one was about running away, and I have a problem with it. A major problem with it. If you know the lore of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Coconuts lives with Dr. Robotnik. He's like basically a janitor, but he wants to be like Scratch and Grounder and be in charge of like capturing Sonic. But Coconuts, if you think about it, Coconuts is in kind of an abusive household, so him running away makes a lot of sense. And I feel like it's kind of a mixed message to say if you live in an abusive household, you should stay there anyway. Like, I understand the intent, the original intent, but it gets kind of muddled when you think about Coconuts specifically. I'm putting this one in F tier because it sucks. I don't like it. Coconuts deserves better than that. Next one.
I think we're lost, Captain Rescue.
All we have to do is head
Good
north.
old Captain
Lost,
Rescue.
eh? Don't you young folks know that moss grows heaviest on the north side of a tree?
That's a myth.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
That old bear really knew what he was talking about.
Right, Tails. Older people can be very wise, and they often know the right direction to take in life.
That's a myth. The moss growing on the north side of trees is a myth. Moss grows wherever it wants. And then Tails and Captain Rescue were never heard from again because they got even more lost. Okay, Boomer. F for fake news. Like, I understand the intent of elders have a lot of wisdom, and you should probably listen to them if they're trying to give you advice. But that method specifically is not very good because, you know, once again, moss grows wherever it wants. It doesn't grow on the north side of objects. That's a myth. So I'm gonna put this one in a C tier, C for Captain Rescue. I need to take my medicine, actually. Ah! It's fine. Sonic Heroes. S for Sonic Heroes. Next one.
The first contestant to fly around that pylon and back will be declared the real Edgar Eagle. Go!
I'm Edgar Eagle! I won!
Sorry, Scratch, you're disqualified. A real hero always wears his safety belt. That goes for you too, pal.
Okay, so I guess the moral was wear your seatbelt or something. Which it's kind of a confused moral because Scratch didn't really get that hurt. And like again, he's a robot, but I feel like there should be more consequence for not wearing your seatbelt in that particular Sonic Sez, especially when we're dealing with Scratch. So I'm gonna put this in D tier.
Too bad we all can't plug in some genius chip when we need some smarts. Takes a lot of hard work to get an education. Gotta stay in school, do your homework, use the library. Reading and learning are like exercise for your head. If you don't put in the time, you end up with a feeble mind. It's not how big your brain is, it's what you do with it that counts. Take it from me, use it or lose it.
The moral in that one is, I guess, pretty blunt. It's just, if you want to be smart, you gotta put in the work by, going to school and reading and stuff and doing your homework. S for SMRT. S for stay in school. I'm putting that one in C tier. It's okay. Next one.
Pizza guys, we deliver!
Wait, little bro. Remember what I told you.
Oh, yeah! Never open the door for anybody you don't know when you're home alone or your parents are busy.
Police, open up!
Get lost! Can't you see we're impersonating a policeman?
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in.
So that one was, don't open the door if you're home alone and the parents are busy. Or you'll get kidnapped by strangers, I guess. It's another stranger danger thing. Slightly different from the other stranger danger one, so because it's specifically about opening doors for people you don't know. I like seeing Scratch and Grounder get arrested for impersonating a police officer, even though they weren't doing that. They were pretending to be pizza delivery guys. I'm gonna put this in B tier. Cause like Scratch and Grounder need to get their story straight if they actually want to kidnap someone.
You encouraging that?
I'm just saying.
Come on, Sonic. Let's ride.
After I do a spot check, little bro.
After him! Grounder! Did you take...
Why is...
Kids, get it together. Take care of your bike and give it a regular safety check. Because if it goes to pieces, so could you.
Why was Grounder like pedaling with... It was really funny to see his little like wheel feet trying to pedal a bicycle. I'm gonna put that in S tier just for that specific thing. Oh no. Gotta fix it again. There we go. I put it in S tier. I'm putting it in S tier specifically because of Grounder's like rolly feet trying to pedal a bicycle. This is pretty good. Alright. Now we're on Sonic Sez number 22.
Hey dudes, check this out.
Sonic, he's gonna jump.
Looks more like he's
Do a
taking
flip.
dive to me.
Totally radical.
Diving into shallow water won't hurt a cartoon character, but a real person can wind up really hurt or worse.
Thanks, Tails. That would have been a major bummer.
Are they implying that Surf is a real character? Yes, I know what this character's name is. I've been watching the show. They do this a lot in Sonic Sez, where it's just like cartoon characters can't get hurt by these things that can hurt you in real life. Don't do them. Also, I just like hearing Tails going, Sonic, he's gonna jump! Like he's committing suicide or something. I'm also putting this in S tier, just for Tails shouting that, Sonic, he's gonna jump!
But Sonic, I want to stay up and watch the late show.
Okay, but don't blame me if you're too tired to go hiking tomorrow.
Surprised Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog is the late show.
Rise and shine, little bro.
Time for the hike already? I don't feel so good.
Time for you to get some rest. Not getting enough sleep can ruin your whole day.
So Sonic is saying that you should sleep. You should get sleep or you'll feel bad in the morning, which is a decent moral. If you saw the TV, he was watching Sonic on the TV. I don't know why Sonic is on so late at night. S for stay up. So I'm gonna put this one in B tier. This one's fine. I'm putting that one in B tier.
Wait, Sonic. You know stealing is wrong. Ah, forget her. My shoes. Go on, take them. No, I can't.
Thanks for being honest, Sonic. I knew you
Ah!
did the right thing.
Sonic's
I
feet!
learned my lesson. stealing, cause it's just not right.
Why did Sonic have human feet and why were they naked? That's weird. That's weird. I'm putting that in F tier just because we saw Sonic's gross ass feet. Disgusting.
Stop kink shaming.
They were weird and naked. They didn't even have like fur on them or anything. They were like naked human feet. That's gross. That's disgusting. Okay, next one.
Goopster, no.
Empty. He must have been starving. Did you feed him last night, Tails?
Oops, I forgot.
A pet is a big responsibility, little buddy. You have to feed him, groom him, give him exercise, and take him to the vet every now and then. But you can't put a price on the love you get in return.
So that one's about taking care of your pet. And it's a decent moral. If you have a pet, you should take care of it and feed it and groom it and such. It's okay. It's an okay moral about taking care of your pet. It's kind of boring. I'm putting it in D tier. Alright, next one.
Whoa! Where'd all this garbage come from, Sonic?
You and me, little bro. You and me. Every time you buy something with unnecessary packaging or order food in styrofoam takeout boxes, you're part of the problem. Trash adds up fast. But you can help. Be a smart shopper. Recycle. Fix things. Don't throw them away.
Sonic says don't pollute the environment by throwing away trash. So, on the surface, this is a decent moral, but the main reason why we're having global warming is because oil companies are the ones that are making all the pollution, not specifically individual human beings.
Not just oil companies.
Well, it's multiple manufacturing companies polluting with multiple factors. But I mean, it's still a decent moral. Like, you should recycle because you know it's good for the environment. It makes yourself feel good, at least. Thank you, Parker Green, for the $2. Would you rather be the first or last Pringle? I don't know what kind of question this is. I would rather not be a Pringle. I'd like being a human being. Anyway, like, it's still good to care about the environment, so it's decent moral. But remember, kids, individual human beings can only do so much to help the environment.
Don't let them shame you for using straws.
Yeah, don't let companies shame you for using straws. It's not our faults. Don't shame individuals for using straws. Shame companies for producing the straws and forcing them into major usage. I'm putting garbage, Sonic Sez, in B tier. Save the environment from Sonic's feet. Thank you, Motivation and Laziness, for $1.99. S&T special, I guess. I guess. Okay, next one.
Man, you have the worst case of poison flower hives I've ever seen. It's as bad as poison ivy.
Forget the stick, Tails. Go to the drugstore and ask the pharmacist for something to stop the itching. Listen, pals, there may not be any poison flowers on Earth, but there's a lot of poison ivy. This is what it looks like. The best thing to do is stay away from it. But if you touch it and start itching, get help fast.
Does poison ivy actually look like that? I want to look that up. Kind of. It's a very crudely drawn version of it, but yeah, I guess that's what poison ivy looks like. It's not weed. It's poison ivy. Weed doesn't even look like that.
I've
Yeah.
seen enough weed printed clothing on people at my high school to know what weed looks like.
Yeah. I'ma put poison ivy Sonic Sez in D tier because it's kind of boring. Also, I don't like seeing Sonic like spread out like that, and the way Tails was scratching him with a stick was kind of suggestive. I didn't like it. Next one.
On your marks! Get set! Go! Quack!
The name's Quack.
Yow!
And no one wins. Hey, Quark, Robotnik, ever heard the expression cheaters never prosper? Nobody wins when you cheat. Playing fair is the only way to go, whether you win or lose. Sonic says.
He said the thing he said Sonic Sez that bumps it up. So I didn't see Professor Quark doing anything to Robotnik. So I don't know how Professor Quark was cheating in that. I only saw Robotnik cheating by throwing that banana peel on the road. I'll put this in B tier because it's okay. Shoe stealing girl looked like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog SNT. You take that back? I'm offended? Roll credits. Alright, next one.
I think I'll go exploring before Sonic wakes up.
Tails, where are you, little bro?
Hi, Sonic. What you looking for?
Well, you didn't tell me where you were going. I was worried about you. Always tell your parent or guardian where you're going and when you'll be back. It's not safe to wander off alone, and it's not fair to make someone worry about you.
This is a reused moral. Pretty much. About, wandering off and not telling people where you're going. It literally did this same moral, like 10 episodes ago. I don't know how many it was, but the one with Boom Boom. So because it's a reused moral, I'm putting this in F tier. Also, if you watch, Tails is still leaving when Sonic wakes up. Like, Tails is still on screen. So, Tails, where are you? Literally isn't 6 feet away. Yeah, exactly. There are a few reused morals because, you know.
There's only so much you can teach children.
Yeah, there's only so much you can teach children on the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Next one.
Just what I need. Hold it, Updike. For grounder, robot headache pills, take 1 a day with oil. If you're sick and need medicine, ask your parents to get it for you. Never, ever take medicine that isn't yours. Somebody else's prescription could be bad medicine for you.
Bad medicine. So, interesting fact about this Sonic Says, I had a personal attachment with this one because I did this by accident. I was sick and I needed some like Dayquil or something, or like some kind of medicine, and I took a medicine that was actually from my grandmother. My grandmother's old. She needs specific medicine that regulates her blood pressure. So it was like a cold medicine that was also like blood pressure friendly. So because I took that medicine, I felt super bad, and I will never do that again. I just take regular Dayquil now. So yeah, never take someone else's medicine because you don't know if it's actually the right kind of medicine for you. I'm putting this at S tier specifically because I have that specific personal story with that one. So next one's also about medicine and colds and stuff, which is pretty interesting.
You should really take better care of yourself, Slimy. Get some rest and drink lots of fluids.
Thanks, Sonic. I'm feeling better.
I don't know what this monstrosity is.
If you get a cold, take care of yourself. If it gets worse, see a doctor. And never sneeze on anybody. Use a tissue and cover your face.
That's a good moral for now, for the modern day. Motivation and laziness donated another $1.99. Listen to, take me by the hand, lead me to the land. That doesn't rhyme. C for COVID. How did I know this was gonna happen? But yeah, it's basically just take care of yourself when you're sick. Don't sneeze on people. I'm putting this in C tier. Yes, C for COVID. Or it could be a cold. C for the cold. It's C for cold. Next one.
I'm scared, Sonic. I know I should have obeyed that no flying sign. What's the judge gonna do to me?
I don't know, but I'm sure it'll be fair. That's what judges are for.
No flying for a whole month.
Look at the bright side, Tails. It could have been worse. The laws are there for a reason. You may not agree with them, but you gotta obey them. You don't ever want to end up in court.
I don't know if I like this one. So basically it was about the judicial system. So here's the thing about the judicial system. It is extremely biased. So not everyone gets the same kind of treatment depending on who's judge and who's jury. They may try to make it as unbiased as possible, but there are still biases within the judicial system. It is extremely flawed.
Cough, cough, black men serving life for minor drug charges, cough.
Yeah. I'm putting this in F tier, because I don't like it. A for arrested. F for flying ban. Isn't Sonic's whole purpose is to rebel against authority? Yeah, you so right! Sonic ACAB, don't you know? Alright, next one.
some fun, eh, mates?
Sure is. I'm going swimming.
Wait, little bro.
Help!
The rapids! Look out for currents and riptides in rivers, beaches, and flood channels. Always swim with an adult nearby. Swim fun, swim safe.
I mean, technically, Tails did swim with an adult nearby. The only thing he did wrong here... The only thing he did wrong was, jump into a rushing river rapids. Leave me alone.
The only thing he did wrong was dive into death.
Yeah. He shouldn't have just jumped into a river. But I mean, technically he was swimming with an adult nearby, so that was like the only thing that he did wrong.
But that's the worst thing, though. That's like saying, like, yeah, he was playing with a gun, but he had supervision.
But Sonic specifically said swim with an adult nearby, and that's what Tails did!
Well, then that's not the right lesson.
Exactly. Tails was drowning in orange juice. Yeah, the river was unusually orange. I'm putting this one in D tier. D for drowning. When will Sylveon troll us again? When I have an idea on another Sylveon trolls video.
Yeah, Tom, when was Lapis the hamster introduced?
Sometime around Rainbow Rescue. Because she was in that game too.
I love her. I would die for her.
Okay, next one. Oh, the next one is another really infamous one.
Give me my smokes.
Smoking's bad for you, you know.
No, it's not. Try it.
Whoa, little bro. That smoke will make you choke.
It doesn't make me
Smoking is for dumbbots. It's bad for your health, and it stains your teeth. So don't be a fool. Smoking isn't cool.
So that one was about smoking. I'm putting this one in S tier because it is very memeable. It's really funny to see Tails smoking a cigarette. But it's a good lesson. Smoking is incredibly bad for you. I come from a family of smokers, and I've seen a lot of gross stuff. Literally had a grandfather who had, like, he smoked so much that the side of his throat was, like, rotting. It was really gross. I'll put this in S tier. And I gotta readjust. Every time I put anything in S tier, it, like, isn't happy about it. Yeah, S for smoking is bad. Next one. Oh. Thank you for the $1.99. Smoking isn't cool. Yeah, you're right.
Press the button, kid! But Sonic's my friend! Sonic, look out! It's a trap! Woohoo!
You did the right thing, Junior. Never do anything you don't think is
Junior
right.
looks so
Even other
done.
guys say it's cool. That's called peer pressure.
So that one was about peer pressure. And it's okay. It's alright. I'm putting this in C tier because I really don't like Robotnik Jr.'s design. It's super ugly. It's a decent moral, but I just don't like Robotnik Jr. Alright, next one.
Sonic!
Ah, another one. Another infamous one.
Now, does that look like fun to you? If so, your brains are scrambled. Believe it or not, every year some ignorant kid takes a ride in a clothes dryer just like this one and ends up getting hurt. It gets pretty hot in there, and those dryer fins can break your bones when they get going. If you think it's smart to climb in a dryer, you're really all wet.
That one was about climbing into a dryer and taking a ride in it. This one is also a really infamous one because it's just so ridiculous. I'm not sure what was happening in, like 93 when this show came out. Don't know what was going on where people were like, where children were like deciding to climb into dryers and spinning around in dryers. I don't know if that was such a common problem.
I mean, I did it.
You did?
Yeah.
Like when it was on?
Well, I got into a washing machine, and it started to fill with water, and then I got back out again, so... I was like 3.
I see.
I was playing hide and seek from my dog, and I hid in the washing machine.
Jesus Christ. So, well, this is a good moral, then. I'm gonna put this in S tier. I'm gonna put the dryer Sonic Sez in S tier. Oh yeah, Sonic did run in a dryer in the Sonic movie, but it wasn't on. It was a broken dryer that he used as a hamster wheel. Alright, next one.
These fabulous magic tricks, toys, and candy are on sale today.
Wow! I'll take it all! I hope this is enough!
Hold it, Cocoa Nuts. Why waste
Cocoa
your hard-earned
Nuts.
cash on this junk? If you save it, why, you can
Huh?
buy something really cool.
The table!
Buy that new toilet plunger and make Dr. Robotnik proud!
The table, like, moved. It was like one frame to the next. This isn't a Stranger Danger one, though. This is, don't waste your money on junk. You could save your money and buy something a lot better than just a bunch of garbage, which is a decent moral. It's kind of boring, though. The table changing in one frame to the next was kind of exciting. That's about it. I'm putting this in C tier. C for candy, yes. C for coconuts. I like how Sonic says coconuts in this one. He's like, hold it, coconuts. Alright, next one. We're on number 38.
Oh, sorry, guys.
You could get hurt taking dumb chances at the playground. Look before you leap, and watch out for little kids. Play safe, and you'll have fun.
I don't like that hippo character. That was really gross. Also, Robotnik Jr.'s in this one too, and I don't like it. I mean, it's an okay moral. Look before you leap. Be aware of your surroundings again, but minus the headphones. I'm putting this in D tier. Because of that gross hippo. I don't like it. Next one.
I'm bored, Sonic. There's nothing to do.
You gotta create your own fun, little bud. Use your imagination.
Is Tails
Build
floating
something. Gotta speed, kid.
on the tire, or is the tire just on the ground?
Great swing, Tails.
That's astronaut tails to you, Sonic.
When you use your imagination, there's no limit to the places you can go and things you can do.
Alright, so the moral was use your imagination and you can have fun. This is a decent one. I like the bit where Tails is like, that's astronaut Tails to you, Sonic. The SFX though. Yeah. The weird stretchy sound effects for the tire. It was kind of weird. Anyway, that's astronaut Tails to you, Sonic, could be easily replaceable with that's Baba Luigi to you, Mario, and I'm sure somebody's done that somewhere. I think I saw a video like that before. I'll put this in A tier. It's a good one. I like the tire swing. It looks fun. I don't know why Tails needs to use his imagination when he's with Sonic and they're constantly on the run, but you know, it's a decent moral. Alright, now we're on number 40.
Hey, come here, little guy.
Hold it, Tails. Don't touch that squirrel. He might bite. You should never try to touch or pick up a wild animal, or even a pet you don't know.
Why does
You
a
might
wild animal have a
accidentally
top
frighten it,
hat?
causing it to bite you to protect itself.
No, boy!
Play it safe with animals you don't know. Don't touch. Sonic Sez.
Oh, he said the thing. He said Sonic Sez again. So the moral was don't touch wild animals or pets you don't know. You don't know what they're going to do. They might bite you.
That will not stop me from petting every cat I see.
I don't understand why the squirrel had a top hat, though. Why did the wild squirrel have a top hat? Also, they're all animals. Aren't they all animals? This one's just confusing. I'm putting this in F tier. To look fancy, I guess.
At last, my new stupidity ray gun is finished. Oh, shoot. Ah! No. Ah! Oops.
You know, pals, there's 3 ways not to be stupid. 1, stay in school. 2, stay in school. 3, don't forget 1 and 2.
Okay, that one was, I don't understand the moral for that one. I guess it was stay in school, but nothing in that really, explained why you need to stay in school to avoid being stupid, but Robotnik was hit with a stupidity ray gun, which was completely accidental. Also, he did go to school, so this is all not his fault. This is a very bad one. This is terrible. F tier. This stupidity ray gun one is F tier, for sure. The moral is very confused. Sonic is anthropomorphic, though the squirrel and dog weren't. But it's still a very confusing thing. I just don't like the confusion. Alright, next one. I know the music's out of sync for this one. Ah! Why is Tails like
really saved my tails this time.
Don't you know the basic bicycle safety rules, Tails? Always stay in the bike lane and don't ride in the middle of the street. Always cross the street at the crosswalk and be sure to stop at all stop signs. Don't ride through.
Why were Tails' legs so long? That was creepy. I didn't like that. Okay, so I guess that one was about bicycle safety and, you know, don't ride in the middle of the road. Avoid don't blow through stop signs. Also, that stop sign was like reverse colored. I don't know if that's legal. I'm going to put this one in D tier. Are you having trouble?
You remember that time you tripped and yanked this thing out of the wall?
Yeah.
Hasn't really been right ever since.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I need to remount it, but I keep not.
Also, yes, the thumbnail for this is Tails' disgustingly long legs. Alright, next one.
Look at those goofballs! Forget them, Tails. Stretching and warming up before a game can keep you from being injured. Hi!
I put a muscle in my leg!
Yeah, touchdown!
Nice run, little bro! Stretch before and after you exercise.
So, problem with this one. So this was about warming up before you do sports. Scratch said that he pulled a muscle in his leg. He doesn't have muscles, he's a robot. So, that's a little weird. Also, here's better advice. Don't play football. Just don't play football. It's really bad for your body, even if you warm up. But, I mean, in general, warming up is a good idea when you're going to do strenuous activities like, you know, playing sports and exercising intensely. This is why in Ring Fit Adventure they do warm-ups before you can even play the main game, which is very good. Synthetic muscles. Nah, I don't think Robotnik, at least in The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, would think so far as to put synthetic muscles in his robots. I'm putting this in C tier. C for coach, because they're playing sports. Because this was from an episode called Coach Nick. So C for Coach Nick. Next one.
Okay, wise guys, time to pay up!
Yeah, we're the Robot Gang. Pay up or else.
Or else what?
Well, I don't know.
These dumbbots don't know much. But my pals know better than to join a gang. Why? Because a life of crime only leads to a life of hard times. Play it smart, stay in school, and stay out of gangs.
So that one was about gangs. Don't join a gang. But Scratch and Grounder are the least threatening gang. So, like, the moral is not very well taught. They didn't really show exactly... I can't believe Sonic arrested them! He's just like, you guys are in a gang, I'm calling the police. Sonic, no. But, like, I feel like they should, instead of using Scratch and Grounder, the least intimidating characters in the show. They should have like made a new gang and actually showed how dangerous they are. And then show the consequences of being in a gang. So I'm putting this one in F tier. It's not good at all. It's a bad one.
Oops! I did it again! Whoa! Don't do that yourself. That could be dangerous. Never clean up anything you spill unless you know it's safe. Tell your parents right away and ask them for help. Toxic chemicals can burn or poison you. Even breathing them is dangerous.
What's the big deal? That stuff wasn't so powerful. Whoa!
Some robots just don't listen.
So Sonic didn't really clean that spill up very well, did he? So that one was about spills, I guess? Don't clean up dangerous spills without parental help because you might hurt yourself, I guess?
What is this, an OSHA training video?
It is kind of like an OSHA training video. Because he was literally handling dangerous chemicals that burn through the floor. So, I'm putting this in C tier. C for chemicals.
Seatbelt on, little bro?
Check.
What is Grounder doing?
When you ride in a car, remember, always wear your seatbelt and never distract the driver. In a car, play it cool, don't be a fool. That's the #1 rule.
Play it cool, don't be a fool. That's the #1 rule. So that one was about seatbelts, which is another reused moral. Because the one where the Scratch and the Eagle guy were flying airplanes, there it was also about seatbelts. But this one is a little bit better because it actually shows why you should wear your seatbelt. Because, you know, if you're not wearing your seatbelt and you're like jumping around the car, distracting the driver, you can get hurt. That's a better example of this kind of moral. So I'm putting this in A tier.
What you working on, Tails?
I'm making the professor's time skateboard faster.
Watch it. That's dangerous, little bro.
Ha! You can't follow me through time now, Hedgehog.
Never try to fix an electrical appliance on your own. Ask your parents to do it for you, or take it to a repairman. Otherwise, you could be in for a big shock.
So that one was, don't repair electrical things without supervision or you might get hurt, I guess. I guess that was the moral. Which, again, it's a very confused moral, because Tails is known for being, you know, an electrical whiz kid. I feel like someone else should have been in the place of Tails, to make the moral a little more, believable.
Maybe it's more of just a general be careful with electricity.
I guess. I don't know, there were some episodes in The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog where Tails actually, like, invented stuff, and people were like, wow, Tails, you're really good at that. I'm gonna put this one in D tier. It's pretty D tier.
You know, it's not a good idea to go swimming by yourself. If anything happens, why, there won't be anyone there to help you, whether you're at the beach or a swimming pool. If there's no lifeguard present, always have a friend with you.
Thanks, Sonic.
That's why they call it the buddy system. When you go swimming, take along your best bud. It could be a lifesaver for both of you.
So another swimming PSA. That's literally just like, don't swim alone again. A bit of another reused moral, but there's more focus on having a buddy with you when you are swimming. I'll put it in B tier for buddy. That makes sense to me. And the shark was really scary. It's a beak shark. The ocean was purple for some reason. I'm putting that in B tier. Here's another infamous one.
Ha! You missed me.
Nice shooting, Sonic.
Cartoon characters never really get hurt by guns, but real people do. So never play with a real gun, even if you think it's not loaded. I don't want any of my pals getting hurt by a deadly weapon that's not a toy.
So that one was about guns. Again, they do that thing where it's like cartoon characters get hurt if somebody shoots them with a gun, but real people can get hurt by getting shot with a gun. Don't play with guns, kids. It's not a good idea. Guns are no good. For his neutral special, Sonic wields a gun. I still put this in A tier. It's a decent one. Also, it's really funny that Sonic's like, don't play with guns, and then Shadow's got a gun. Shadow plays with guns. And he also works for a gun.
I mean, Shadow doesn't play with guns, he uses them to murder people.
Yeah, he uses guns, and he works for gun, so... Interesting how the tables have been turned. Next one.
Oh, come on, Captain Butt. Let me play with your sword.
Shiver me timbers. It's not a toy.
Cool it, Tails. Captain Bot is right. Real swords and knives are not toys. They're sharp. You can hurt yourself or your friends or family. Remember, you must have your parents' permission to use one. Be careful with knives. That's good advice, any way you slice it.
Like that Sonic, like, compliments himself with that. He's like, don't play with knives. That's pretty good advice if I do say so myself. Yeah. It's a good message for children. To, you know, don't play with knives, don't play with swords. If you can get your hands on a sword. If you're part of a household where swords are readily available, I guess that's a decent moral.
But Nishon, while other kids get dates, I have to study the blade.
See, this one isn't as good as the gun one. I'm putting it in C tier. C for chop, because you're using a knife, I guess. Alright, next one.
I figured it out.
Sonic, why are you working out? The Robo Olympics aren't for 4 years.
Gotta work out year-round, little bro. It's part of being healthy.
Cut that or we smash Sonic!
I better start working out too.
Whoa, go slow, little bro. After all, we're not robots. And don't forget safety precautions.
Use a buddy system, as they say. That one was about working out, and how working out is a good idea to keep your body strength. strengthened, I guess. I don't know. Working out is good, and also don't overwork yourself. That's the general lesson. I'll put this in D tier. It's okay. It's like not the worst thing in the world. It's just kind of boring. Next one.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna blast to the past on my time travel skateboard.
You will be history if you try that, little bud. You gotta skate safe, Tails. Come on. Wearing helmets, knee pads, and elbow pads are all part of skating safe. So is finding a safe area to skate.
Let's do it!
Time to skate, mate.
Time to skate, mate. So that one was about skateboard safety, I guess. Like, you know, wear your helmet, skate in the appropriate areas, etc., etc. It's like the bicycle safety one, but with skateboards. So again, it's a reused moral, kind of. I'm putting it in D tier, because it's also kind of boring.
Tails, are you babysitting all 3 of the beaver babes?
Sure, Sonic. No problem.
There are some important things to know about watching babies. Keep babies away from a hot stove and from electrical sockets. Look out for small objects, too. Babies can choke on them. And never leave babies alone.
So that one was about babies and making sure to take care of babies the proper way. Decent moral. Sonic, the reason the babies were left alone is because you pulled Tails away to teach them about baby safety, so you're kind of a hypocrite. I'm putting this in C tier. C for crib, where babies sleep. C for children.
Here you go, guys. Courtesy of Sonic.
Because Sonic hard hats boosted productivity, now everybody gets one. Let's go! There's work to do.
Hold it, moles. The first job is cleanup. Being productive is cool, but don't trash the environment. Recycle your garbage and put it where it belongs.
I don't know about that one. The first, like, the way it started was kind of confusing. Cause you know, it starts with the moles being like, we're gonna work hard and stuff, and then Sonic's like, hold up, recycle. That seems like something completely separate from the situation that we're talking about. It's a little bit confusing. I don't know what recycling has to do with people doing their job, but I mean, like, he was like, productivity is cool, but you should also clean up. I mean, I guess clean up after yourself is the lesson, and I don't know. It's really confusing. I'm putting this in F tier. F tier because it's very confusing.
Dr. Robotnik loves omelets. Yeah, and he likes eggs too.
Chef to go, chef! Light my fires!
Roger, burner's on.
Don't you dumbots know you should never cook without supervision? That goes for you too, pals. Never try to cook or use the stove without your parents helping you.
So that one was about cooking safety. Like, don't, if you're a kid, don't cook alone. I saw some reused animation there, like not even 2 seconds between each like take, which is kind of bad. Also, Scratch and Grounder use the kitchen all the time without Robotnik's help, and they seem to be doing fine. It was just that one time that they messed up because they turned up the burners too high. I'm putting this in D tier. Alright, next one.
We got you now, Furball!
Help! Please!
Let's get out of here! You did good, little buddy. If you need help, ask a policeman, because it's their job to protect all of us. And it's your job to let them know when you need them.
Alright, so first off, A cab.
I forgot how much the carrot pull fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Watch Hamtaro and pull when his mouth is open. He's this big! The sprite is this big! What do you mean? That's not a good gauge! Stupid.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, this was the moral was, police are there to help you get the police's help. First off, ACAB. Second, I mean, if you're getting kidnapped, I guess it's okay to yell police. It's more effective to yell fire, because then people will actually pay attention. Just a little fun fact for you guys: if you're getting chased in a neighborhood, yell fire. It's a lot more effective than yelling help, help, somebody help me, because people will pay more attention if you're yelling fire, and which is very unfortunate. But No Tails 911 is for real emergencies. Also, fun fact, it's not politics to say that people's lives matter. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, help I'm being kidnapped probably won't work because not many people will like listen to that. Someone might listen to that, but again, it's a lot more effective to yell fire, because fire is an emergency that affects everybody in the area. So I'm gonna put this. I'll put this one in D tier. Oh no, C tier. Cause like it's an okay moral. It's just kind of dated currently. Out of my way, can't you see? He's gonna kick my butt. No, I'm ranking them on how effective the lessons are and how entertaining they are. Alright, next one.
Did I leave the iron on?
Speaking of fire.
Don't breathe the smoke. If the door's hot, don't open it. Find another way out. No fire escape. Remember, when you carelessly mess with fire, you're gonna get burned. Sonic Sez.
Well, that was a jumbled mess. That was a complete mess. I guess they were trying to cram in as many lessons as possible in the short amount of time they have for Sonic Sez. And yes, he did say Sonic Sez. So... yeah, Tails was really like droopy-eyed in that shot. It was really confused. It was really weird. I don't know why he looked like high. I mean, it's okay. It's a little jumbled. I'm putting this also in C tier. I'm running out of space in C tier. Oh no. There's a lot of C grade Sonic Sez's.
Jump, computer! Stop beeping!
Hold on, Tails. Learning computers is a little like learning to read. It's tough at first, but once you get it, you've got a world of information right at your fingertips.
Wow! That's cool!
Take your time when learning to use a computer and ask a teacher for help. Because the more you know about computers, the more they can teach you.
So that one is, learn how to use a computer and be patient about it, because learning computers is hard. Learning computers is a little less hard nowadays because everything's a lot more streamlined. But, you know, there's a lot of people out there, especially a lot of young people that don't know much about the computers that they use, which is a really important skill that they need to learn because computers literally run everything nowadays. Also, we should be teaching a lot more about internet safety as well, which isn't part of the lesson, but like still. This is a decent... I'm putting this in B tier. B for beeping, because that's what the computer was doing. Alright, next one.
Hurry up, Dingbot! I want to try this booze!
Oh no.
Wait, good stuff.
Don't you bots know liquor is bad for you?
Try it, kid!
Hold it! Only dumbbots drink liquor. Stay away from liquor, kids. Like all drugs, alcohol is dangerous, and you can get hooked. Just remember.
Just remember what? It's like cuts off at the end. So that one's about alcohol. Stay away from alcohol. It's bad for you and you could get addicted. This one isn't as well. Actually, it's really kind of funny to listen to Scratch say the word booze. Cause he's just like, I want to try this booze. Like, I guess I'll put this. I would put this in B tier. B for booze. All right, next one.
I skipped breakfast, little bro. I'm running low on fuel.
We got him this time!
You know, your body needs food like a car needs fuel. So don't be a slow-mo. Eat a good breakfast every day and stay on the go.
Alright, so that one was about don't skip breakfast, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day and stuff.
Bullshit.
Which, I mean, it's a decent lesson, you know. You need food in order to, like, work. Just like what Sonic says, you need food just like a car needs fuel. Because that's what makes you live. So, I'm put this in B tier. B for breakfast. It's really cool to see Tails save Sonic for once. One of the few times he gets to do that in the show.
This nasty playground vandalism will get us on Lifestyles of the Sick and Twisted for sure!
Yeah, we'll be stars.
Now for Lifestyles of the Very Stupid, starring Scratch and Grounder.
Stupid!
Right. Vandalism is very stupid, and it's against the law.
So that one was about vandalism, which is like almost the same one as graffiti, but it involves also like destroying public property. It's okay. It's not that great. I'm putting this in D tier. It's not as good as the graffiti one for sure. Also, I liked hearing Grounder try to do I liked hearing Scratch and Grounder trying to do the aha aha, but Grounder's like failing it. All right, next one.
The dogs are nearly done.
Toothache.
Have you been brushing lately, Tails? You could have a cavity. Ooh, way past gross. Be sure to brush and floss your teeth after every meal. And see your dentist regularly. Teeth are meant to last a lifetime, but they won't unless you take care of them.
So that one was about taking care of your teeth. It's really interesting to see Sonic just pull Tails' mouth open. Like what one of the characters does in Beetlejuice, where they just pull their mouth. But yeah, this one's like, it's pretty meh. I'm putting this in D tier. D for dentistry. Dental hygiene. First we have Dr. Mario, now we have Dentist Sonic.
Okay, Fleet!
Tails' face.
Yeah, let's go, Foxy.
I gotta know you,
Yippee, I caught it.
Looks like these dumbbots were flat out wrong about going in the street. Remember, ask your parents to help you. The street is no place to play. Sonic says.
Oh, you said the thing? Oh, that was the last one in the collection. So that one was about playing in the street. Once again, Scratch and Grounder get injured because they didn't listen. I just like Tails' face in the beginning. It's very derpy. I'm gonna put this one in B tier because it's pretty funny. Alright, so that's the entire collection from the TV show. But I do have some extras. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 5 more that are completely unrelated from the TV show, but they're like Sonic Sez parodies. So I'm going to play those for you guys. I'm going to play the Sonic Sez. First, I'm going to play the Sonic Sez from the pilot episode, the lost pilot of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. The one that is, like, unusually well animated because they animated it in-house in America. So that'll be interesting to see. Let's watch it. Also, there's like hardly any background noise, so it's very bad quality too.
Hey, Sonic, wait for me! I know, don't tell me.
So how about you tell me?
Never cross the street without looking both ways first.
You got it, pal. And that goes for the rest of you out there. I don't want any of my pals ending up as road pizza.
Road pizza. I just... So that one was also this one was about crossing the street, not just playing in the street, but it's basically like the last one, but it was like the beta version of the last one. Road pizza is such a gruesome way to describe getting hit by a car, honestly. I'm gonna put this in A tier because the animation's really good, and road pizza is really hilarious. A for animation. And now we're moving on to... That's the scream Tails should have used in Sonic EXE games. Yeah, it was very, very violent scream. It wasn't just like Tails' usual scream where he's just like, ah! It was more like, ah! Like, really violent. Alright, next one I'm gonna play is the Sonic Sez parody from Sonic Shorts Volume 2 about stealing animation from Newgrounds.
Boy, that Newgrounds animation sure was great. Hey, if I upload that onto YouTube, people will check out my channel and subscribe for sure.
Hold it right there, little buddy. It's great that you enjoyed that Flash animation, but putting it on another site without the permission of the creators is not cool. Just take a look at the dumb bots over there.
There we go, Grinder! The most popular Flash on Newgrounds, uploaded to our account for all to see!
Yeah, and it's so much better with the things we added to it.
Wait a minute! Our video just got removed! No!
No way!
You see, Tails? Stealing work without asking gets you nowhere. Always check with the original creators first. Don't be a noob. Keep it off YouTube.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe!
So there's that one. So, again, this is from Sonic Shorts Volume 2. What the message was originally, you know, don't re-upload people's animations to your channel without asking first. And that is still a common problem. It's such a common problem that it actually has a name now. It's called freebooting. This can apply to animations, other people's art, other people's videos in general. And it's usually not it's actually not a very good idea. What I'm doing specifically is it's like I'm creatively changing it by adding commentary to it, which is a little bit better, and I'm also going to link Sonic Shorts Volume 2 in the description to properly credit the person that made the animation, which is something that everybody should do. If you, like, re-uploading, you shouldn't do it anyway, but if you are going to re-upload something, you really should give the original person credit for the work that they've done by, like, linking their social media or the page that it was originally on. C for content theft. Yeah. And the ironic thing is that, like, this part of animation has been freebooted so many times, especially, like, the entirety of Sonic Shorts has been freebooted so much. It should be common sense to not freeboot someone else's work. This is why we watermark everything. Yeah. So it's still a common problem. I'm gonna put this in S tier, cause it's a good thing. S for Sonic Shorts Volume 2. And if you don't know the original creator, don't repost. That is also true. That's an even bigger reason to not freeboot. If you don't know who made it, don't upload it, because it makes it harder for people to find the original person. Also,
putting credit to the artist is not credit to the artist.
Yeah, putting just credit to the artist is not credit to the artist. That's less credit. It makes it a lot harder for people to figure out who originally made the piece. So it's not cool. I'm putting this in S tier. Okay, so next one that we're going to do is the Sonic Sez from OKKO Let's Be Heroes. It's a little ditty at the end, because the entire episode of Let's Meet Sonic is just references, and of course they had to put in a Sonic Sez, because why not?
Wait! I forgot to learn a valuable lesson.
Hey kids, does this look like fun to you? Even now? Or now? Huh. Life's an adventure! Don't sleep through it, or you might miss the chance to meet me. And that's no good.
Oh, he said the thing! He said the thing. So if people don't know what OKKO is, it's a cartoon that was on Cartoon Network a few years ago. It ended, I think, last year, and they had an episode where Sonic and Tails show up, and it was all references. But sleep is necessary for recharging our body, Sonic. Yeah, since this is a parody, the moral doesn't really make any sense. It's just like, don't be lazy. And, like, it's okay parody-wise, but I'm putting it in C tier. I'm putting it in C tier anyway. Alright, next one, we have a topical one. It's another animation somebody did. A person named Zach Dude made a Sonic Sez about the pandemic, which is fun. So let's watch that. Yeah, Zach Dude.
What's with the mask, Hedgehog? It's to keep me safe from the coronavirus. What's with all the toilet paper?
It's for Robotnik. You'll finally have a week's worth.
Don't you think you should save
Why is
some
Tails'
for
his
others?
nose poking out of his mask? That's not safe!
The only real crisis here is Robotnik not having any more toilet. Kids, during a crisis like this, others need resources just as much as you do. Don't be a hog, be a hedgehog.
Why, you little...
Stay 6 feet away from others. You never know if you have the virus, or if you can spread it to others.
Virus. I'm as healthy as a chew.
His face.
Stay inside and keep those hands clean, so you not only stop the spread of the virus, but stupidity too.
So yeah, there's yeah, this one was interesting. The Sonic voice is kind of weird. Tails' nose poking out of his mask is very problematic, cause fun fact, the virus spreads mostly through your nose. So if you're not wearing your mask over your nose, you might as well be not wearing a mask at all, because you're literally doing nothing. Yeah, apparently Scratch and Grounder is susceptible to COVID, which is very interesting. It's Sonic from the OV. How is Tails alive? That's no good. Yeah, so just to be a little scientific right now, COVID is a disease that spreads through water droplets in the air that people exhale from their mouth and also their nose. So if you're not covering your nose with your mask, you can still breathe in those water droplets. And also, if you have the virus and you're not covering your nose, you're still spreading the water droplets through your nose. It's a lot more effective to have mouth and nose covered because those are the most important parts that spread and contract the virus. But anyway, as for this animation, it's pretty cute and very informative, and it also stays true to the original like Sonic Sez formula. You have like Scratch and Grounder being dumb, and Sonic's being like, "Don't be like these dumb bots. You gotta be smart," and that's pretty good. I'm putting this in B tier. Alright, now we've got one more. We've got one more, and this is like the true wild card of the bunch. This is a YouTube poop, about, it's a Sonic Sez YouTube poop about World of Warcraft, so this will be fun. This is something from the days where I first discovered YouTube poop. It's by, or at least it was uploaded by a user named John41, and I'm gonna play it now.
What you working on, Tails?
Hey, Sonic! I'm Blue! Wow!
Hold it, little buddy. Only dumb bots.
What?
Wow! You in for a big shock. Now, does that look like fun to you? If so, your brains are scrambled. Why waste your hard-earned cash on this junk?
But Sonic...
No, but Tails, like all drugs, wow, it's dangerous, and you can get hooked.
Let's ask Hacker. Hi, Hacker. What you doing?
Hiya, Tails. Sonic, just take a crack.
Wow, it can ruin your whole life.
Thanks, Sonic. You really saved my tails this time.
Stay in school.
Don't.
What?
Wow.
Alright, so there's that. So, anybody that plays World of Warcraft, I have nothing against you. I just really like this YouTube poop. So high quality. Yeah. So, I'm biased and I'm putting this in S tier, cause shut up. Alright, so this is your brain on WoW. What would S&T teach if we had S&T Sez?
How to to treat content creators with respect.
Yeah, how to treat content creators with respect. That's a good one. Probably internet etiquette would be a good one. There wasn't really a Sonic Says about lying. That I feel like that should be a lesson that children should know. Some stuff about lying, like don't lie, it could get you in trouble. Like we had one about stealing, but lying wasn't a lesson in this, which is really weird. Can we get an S&T Says? Maybe in the future. S&T Says internet etiquette. Alright, so here's my tier list. This is the definitive tier list. If you don't like it, make your own. It is heavily biased, as you can see in the S tiers. There's a lot of like really infamous ones, like the sexual harassment one and the smoking one. Oh, that would also be a really good one. As an S&T Says about the LGBT etc. community. GSRM. I should start using that one more.
It's so much more helpful.
Yeah. What does it stand for again?
Gender, sexuality, and romantic minorities.
Gender, sexuality, and romantic minorities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot more inclusive. GSRM. Because that includes, you know, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, asexual, gender fluid, etc., etc. Instead of having to tag on more letters.
And argue about what certain letters stand for.
Yeah, and argue about what... Sonic supports the G... It's GSRM, not GRSM. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Sonic would support the GSRM. Alright. So this was fun. My throat hurts now because I've been talking nonstop for 2 hours. S&T says that everyone is special in their own way. Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and stop that recording. And save that. Sonic Says don't play Sonic 2006. Alright, I'm gonna stop streaming now and rest my throat. Alright, thank you for joining me on this adventure. I hope you guys had fun. And I'll see you on Thursday, probably.